Okay, let's take a look and see what's going on here. Hi. So, does this have a little bit better, I'd hope? I ran the optimizer again and it just 8 a.m. great settings, middle of the afternoon terrible settings. It's got to be my internet provider has just some massive problems when it comes to Twitch. I think I might have to just stay with YouTube. Which is unfortunate, but it'll have to do. Okay. So let's get back to working on this then. Perfect. All right. The next question we have, no, we're not done C. We should finish C. So let's erase a little bit here. Do you know how this right-hand side worked? So all I did on each step is just kind of like break it down one at a time. That was just square root of 49. That was just 3 times square root of 49. And that was just 3 times square root of 49 times square root 2. So all I did was just add one thing each time. So what does the second term look like after it's broken down? We finished the first term to be 21 root 2. What does the second term break down into? What? Yes. 6 times 6 is 36. So if you break it down, what does this become? Now we have the negative 5 square root of 36 times square root of 2. So remember, it looks the exact same as the one above it, just with different numbers. So think about the exact same. First off, what is the square root of 36? Yeah, -5 times 6. Then you still have that square root of 2, because that doesn't go anywhere. So you have -5 times 6. What's 6? Well, what's -5 times 6? Then you still have that square root of 2 left. Yeah, -5 times 6 is -30. Then we have root 2 that's left. And that's what it reduces to. There's nothing else to reduce to it. I think in your head, you're trying to overcomplicate things. Like, for example, I just want you to tell me what is the square root of 36. Okay. Ironically, there isn't really a step-by-step guideline for it. Like, you're literally just doing one operation and then just multiplying it out. Like, when it came to the factoring, I could give you step by step because there was steps. In doing these, it's literally just one thing. And so, like, what's the square root of 36? What's the square root of 49? Square root of 16? Like, that is just one operation. Okay? So tell me, what are these square roots? Yeah, 6, 7, and 4. So that's literally all you needed to do. You got 6, 7, and 4. Now, if there's anything else multiplied onto it, you just multiply that onto what you have left. So if I say you have 2 square root of 16, you said that the square root of 16 is 4, so you have 2 times 4. So what's 2 times 4? That's 8. That's it. Okay. Are you good so far with that one? Okay, now I'm gonna do just one more step, because if you can do this part, that's great. If you can do this part, that's great. And then there's one last piece. If I write 2 square root of 16 times the square root of 3, what is that now? So what's the final answer? There you go. 2 times 4 times root 3. So 8 square root of 3. You did it. Okay. So there's, ironically, there's literally nothing else to it. There's nothing to make sense in your head. You're just literally saying, what's the square root of 16? 4. Okay, so I just multiply that by whatever's in front of it and behind it, just like regular operations. So, like if I said what's 2 times 1 plus 3 squared, you're gonna do your regular operations, right? The square root is the same thing, just doing an operation, and then you finish it off. That's all you're doing. Okay. Let's see. What would I say? You are just simply doing a. Ooh. What would I write? That's a good question. The square root is just one operation. After it's done, I think, so the square root is just one operation. After you do it, just follow regular order of operations like regular numbers. Does that kind of make sense? Is that a decent sentence? Okay, cool. So, finish off C now. You've got this to finish. Even though we kind of wrote the answer already, but finish it off. Because we're not completely done C yet. This one right here. Where the arrow is pointing. Yeah, let me see what you get. Yep, keep going. It's okay, it's okay. I'm following. I try and keep track of people's typos all the time, no worries. Yeah, then you get minus 30 square root of 2. These have the same square root of 2. So what is the final answer now that you get to combine like terms? Nice. Minus 9 square root of 2. You are done. That's the answer. You're getting it better now, I think. After coming back from food, I think you're doing a bit better. D. Well, I guess KFC could be considered really good. I never really thought KFC was that great. I'll eat it. It's not something I love anymore. They had stuff I liked before, but they don't anymore. I got rid of a few of the small items that I used to get. But, oh well. Okay, bud. Let's see what you do with this one. Yeah, that's fairly okay. Well, think about what is 200. Remember how we broke up 72 to be 36 times 2? What's 200? Yeah, 100 times 2. We've got minus 4 times the square root of 100 times 2. What about 242? It's a little bit of a bigger number, but it's just as easy. Yeah, 121. Okay, bud. Now you've split it up. Tell me what this first term is. Tell me what this first term is. Honestly, I'm not allowed to get bored. Although, this is way better. YouTube seems to be so much better. I think my internet provider just has a real problem with connecting to Twitch servers and does so much better on YouTube servers. So I might be able to even increase my bitrate again. Yeah, not to the power of 2. You corrected yourself on that before. Alright, keep going. Tell me what this whole term finally reduces to. No. What's the square root of 100? Remember that this is the square root of 100 times the square root of 2. So what is the square root of 100? When you're taking out the 100, the square root doesn't go away unless you use it, right? So what is the square root of 100? Yeah. So this is what then? Yep, keep going. So minus 40 root 2. And then you said 55 root 2. $15 root 2. So you got that one now just fine. Like you did that one perfectly. Okay. Let's do E. Can you do E perfectly now? Do I even need a new page? No. I do. If there's anyone that needs it. I haven't seen anyone in a while though. I'm not, I don't have a place to really publicize it, so usually it's just like a friend of a friend is like, oh hey, this person needs tutoring, and then that's how they get in contact. When I first started, I had a whiteboard up, and I would just use my whiteboard, and that's what we would do for tutoring. Yeah, let's do this one. You can probably do this one just fine. Let's see the first term. I want you to fully show me what the final result is of this term. See if you can do it. Follow the same steps that you did in the previous question. Okay. You've got the 9 times 5. So write it out the same as you did this 4 and 200 one. Because there is no difference between these two except for the numbers themselves. You wrote 200 as 100 times 2. What's 45? You wrote 9 times 5. So keep going, follow the exact same process. Nothing's changed. Like literally nothing. Same process. Follow this, even follow the last question, just change the numbers. No. The minus 5 stays in front. The minus doesn't go anywhere. This 5 doesn't go anywhere. Leave that one alone. Just work with the 45. You have 9 times 5. So write it out the exact same way as the question above. Minus 5 times the square root of 9 times 5. No, the 5 is not a perfect square. The 9 is. That's why I wrote the 9 in front. And you'll see it in a moment here. Okay, but what's the square root of 9? Just like this one, what's the square root? Finish her off. Keep going. Yeah, so keep going. No, it's not. It's okay. It's okay. Remember, we haven't done anything different. This is all the same since the beginning. Exact same process. What is the square root of 9? 3. So, replace square root of 9. There's another way I can show you. It's different, but it might be even more confusing for you. If you're having trouble with this, it might be a bit more confusing for me to write it the other way. It's not necessarily easier, it's just different. So I'll give you an example. Square root is looking for pairs. Okay. Square root of 9 is square root of 3 times 3. This is a pair. So we just get 3. Pull out the pair. So whenever you have a square root, you are looking for a pair of numbers that are the same. Since 9 is 3 times 3, you have a pair, so you have 3. You just pull it out, and you're done. The one number. If you have a square root of 18, again, if we break it down into all the prime factors, we have 3 times 3 times 2. 3 is the pair, so we pull out the 3's, so we get 3 root 2. Now, I feel that's a little bit more complicated than just saying what's the square root, but it might be easier for you to see, potentially. It's a bit more work. For like the square root of 18, 3 root 2, yeah, that is the final answer. Do you want me to try showing this one in the pair format to see if you would get it better that way? See, the problem is there's no extra steps. Like, the step here was just to split it up into factors and then break it up and just do the square root. So I'm gonna look for something. I'll be right back. I'll look at my textbook. That's approximate values of roots. There's nothing extra. Nope. I know I did yesterday with the steps because that actually had like steps. There's not much to steps when it comes to simplifying radicals. Yeah. There isn't actually steps. Like, I'll see if I can try and make some up. Okay. For example, let's do 3 times the square root of 125. Okay. Step 1. Break down 125 into factors. Three square root. I did 5 times 5 times 5. I'm gonna try and see if I can write some steps. I'm basically making them up as I go. Because usually you don't need to write any steps because there's not much to write. Look for pairs. 125 is 5 times 5 times 5. $25 times 5, so 5 times 5 times 5. This is, it's going to be the same thing. I'm just going to kind of write it in kind of a more detailed step because it doesn't make sense otherwise in general. Look for pairs or a perfect square. So 25 or 5 times 5. Okay. So they're equivalent. 3 square root of 25 times 5 is the same as 3 square root of 5 times 5 times 5. I'm going to show it as both. Okay. Good so far? 3. Okay. Square root the perfect square or pull out pull out the pair. As one factor. Okay, so that means you would have 3 square root of 5, or no, 3 square root of 25 times square root of 5 Or we can pull out a pair. So I'm going to write this again. 5 times 5 as a pair times 5. So that's 3 times 5, because square root of 25 is 5, times square root of 5. Pull out the pair is 3 times 5 times square root of 5. 4 multiply slash simplify. 3 times 5 is 15 square root of 5. Does that kind of work? Okay, so let's did you write down these steps? Let's start there. If you wrote them down, then I'll go back to the other question. I tell you what, you write these down. My food is ready. So I'll go grab that. And I'll try and eat off the side or something. Write these down, start working on the next problem, and I'll be right back. You took a screenshot? Even better. Okay, so I'll do the be right back. You work on that. And we'll figure it out. Okay. I am back. Are you still here? Let's see how far you've gotten. Ironically, I had KFC. And we'll see how my stomach handles it. But yeah, that's what we had. Okay, bud. Oh, is it? That could explain something. How did you do on question E? Dude, we went through this. What happens to the 9? This is not... This is... The square root of 18 is not 9 root 2. So the square root of 9 times 5 is not going to be 9 times the square root of 5. Yep, there you go. So what does that turn into? Come on, you can do it. Yeah, minus 15. Oh, decided to make you wait. I looked into that. I don't even have slow mode turned on. Mm. $26 times 2, yeah, that's 1. But 26 can still be broken down. So this is where that factored pairs kind of makes a little bit of sense, because it's a little easier to see. Yeah, there you go. 13 times 2 times 2. So what does that become? No. Remember. Only the square. No. Only the pair. Go back to the other page. Go back to here. Only the pair comes out. Right? Only the pair comes out. Okay? 13 is no pair, so 13 wouldn't go anywhere. Look for the pair. I suggest you straight up just look for the pair. So remember that order doesn't matter. It's not the one that's in front that always comes out. It's just whatever the pair is. So this 2 times 2 is a pair. So you can take out the pair. So the pair is 2. And then what do you have left? You have a 13 under the root. So 2 root 13. Do you see that? So again, with the 9, it was the 3 times 3. It was the pair. So let's do the next one. 3 square root 125. So instead of saying to the root of 3, you could just say 5 root 3. It'd be simpler for you to write. Yep. Take the 25 and make it smaller. Yep. Keep going. No. Remember, the pair comes out as one number. So this is 2 times 2 comes out as only 2. The pair of 5s comes out as... So the truth is, but you're breaking it down and then you're going back. So like you can stay here and then just start pulling out the pair. Yeah, 3 times 5, root of 5. So what's 3 times 5? Which is 15. Good. 15 root 5. Okay. So then combine your like terms. Which two are combined? And what do you get as your final result? No. No. Remember, under the root is like a variable or anything else. So if you can only combine what is the same. So this 15 root 5 and this root 5 are the only ones that are the same. So they're the only ones that combine. So we have a minus 15 and a plus 15. And that's it. So what's minus 15 plus 15? Yeah. So those two become 0. They cancel each other out. So what are you left with? You just have 2 square root of 13. That's all you have left. Those two become 0. Okay, we'll do the next one. Okay, so what are we on? F? Yeah, we're on F. We've got 7 square root of 12 minus 3 root 28 plus 1/2 square root of 48 plus 2 over 3 square root of 63. Okay, first term. What does that break down to? First term was the easy one. Keep going. So what does it turn into? Not times 4. So the way you should be writing, yeah. So write just the word root in between. So if you're gonna write 7, 4, all that stuff, just write 7 root 4 times 3. Then it's a bit easier to understand. Then you don't have to type as much either. Seven times 2 root 3. So what does that turn into? (14√3). Good. Okay, next term. What about the next term? It's -3 square root of 28. This is not visible enough? So what does 28 break down into? You don't, so there is no negative inside the root. You're kind of like jumbling backwards somehow here. So I'm going to write down what you should say. You should write -3, then just whatever you're multiplying then. So you're going to say, let's say you're trying to write this. You should write in words -3 root of 14 times 2. This is in words what you should write. That way it's an easier sentence and I can understand it better. It's also like a quick way to actually say it in a conversation, like 3 root 2. You don't say 3 to the root, you know, just 3 root 2. So what does this term become? So there's still the same as everything else. No, look for the pair. The pair. You broke it down to 7 times 2 times 2. Okay? 7 times 2 times 2. The pair is the 2's. Remember? Look for the pair. Okay, so then what do you have left? So the pair comes out, remember? So then you would have minus 3 times, what do you have? Nothing's changed. We're still doing the same as we've always done before. Same process. Even if you've got those notes in front of you, you can follow those same notes. They're right here. We've broken it down. We pull out the pair, then we multiply. So pull out the pair, and then you just multiply out. Follow the same steps. Minus 3 times 2. And then under the root is what? What do you have left under the root? There's no extra 2. There's only a 7 that's left. Remember, in the steps, when you pull out the pair, so like this part right here, when you pull out the pair, it's just one number. Okay? Okay. So what does this finally turn into? Yeah, so what's minus 3 times 2? Mm, 3 times 2 is not 10. 3 times 2 is 6. You just kind of messed that one up. 14 root 3 minus 6 root 7. So in words, this would be just minus 6 root 7. This is all you need to write in words there, bud. Yeah. The next one, 1/2 48. What does this one turn into? 48 is what number? What is it broken down? Mm-hmm. Good. Russia Bilat. How's it going? Okay, keep breaking it down. So I'm going to break this one down into a whole lot of pairs. Four times 12 is what? No, the 1/2 is in front. It's not in the root. Yeah, 4 times 12. But remember that 4 times 12 is also 16 times 3. So I'm also going to change that. We have 4 times 12. 1/2. Which is 4 times 4 times 3. So keep going with this one. Keep breaking it down. It's pretty quick once you know how to do it. You're just having trouble kind of seeing it. This is all there is to it. The other way you could go is realizing that 48 is just 16 times 3. Because 16 is a perfect square. I'm okay. I've got water. I'm good. Goddess? Okay. Go wash your face, get a water bottle. We're almost done. This is the last question. I feel like you need to go back and do the other ones again, though. Even just like the simple ones. Just gotta redo them. You were just probably, you know, mistyping, right? Yeah, mistyping. Okay. Well, they're away. Yeah. Well, they're away. What should we do in the meantime? I guess I should probably download and put my post up. Yeah, sure. What do you want to work on? We can do it in between and whenever. You don't need an all-nighter for completing the square. Okay. Do you have questions that you want to work on in particular? Or do you need me to like kind of look for some? Yeah, give it a shot. No worries. I will just quickly put this together while you think of what to say. Okay, good. You know, I want you to retry some of these ones. There, bud. Try again. Okay, okay. Wait, you know what? We'll finish yours. We'll finish these ones first. Because we only have this last question. What did I do first? Product. There. Let's finish this up. Okay, bud. We've got 1/2 square root of 16 times 3. What does this change into? Yeah, just wreck it. Let's wreck it. Okay, good. So you've got a pair there already. You don't need to break it down any further if you've already got a pair, right? So 1/2. And then you were writing times 4. Then root 3. You're doing great there. So what's 4 divided by 2? Well, there's no minus, but you're close. 2 root 3. Okay. Next question. The 63. Break down the 63. What can 63 turn into? What is it? Okay, do it by yourself. I'll finish writing this up. Yep, good. Keep going. Keep going. Yep, good. You're even writing it right on the words. Keep going. That next one is a bit off, but keep going. I think I know what you mean. Two over 3 root 9 times 7. Then, yep. You have 2 over 3 times 3 roots. And there's not going to be a 3 left on the inside. What? It's the... It's not a 3. It's not a 3. I need you to write the right number. Yeah, the 7's left. The 7 hasn't gone anywhere. Where did it go? 7. And then the 3's cancel out. So you've got plus 2 root 7. And now you're going to combine like terms. 2 plus 2 is 4. What? Okay, remember. This is a 3 and this is a 7. That's not the same. You got to combine like terms that are the same. So, no. You're not looking at the numbers in front. You're looking under the radical. So, which ones are the same? Well, this is a 3 and this is a 3. Those ones are the same. This is 7 and this one's a 7. Those ones are the same. You don't do them separately. These are the only ones to combine. You can only combine what's on the outside if the insides are the same. Okay? Just like, I think even our notes, we didn't have it in that one. This is a 6. Is it not clear enough on the screen? This is a minus 6. Minus 6. This one's a 3. 3. This one's a 7. This one's a 3. And this one's a 7. No. The negative, there is no negative under any root. This is just a negative 6. Okay? So, like, if you're referring to... no, that's a minus 6. This is a minus 6. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. So, like, if you followed along from the beginning, the sign never changed. Make sure you check back and you don't... So, like, if you want to rewrite it to group it, you could do that. Start with the 3's, though. So what is the 14 plus 2? No, the threes don't add together. We've gone through that a lot. Remember that this is like 14x plus 2x. The x doesn't change. The root 3 doesn't change, right? This is just 16x. So if it's 14 root 3 plus 2 root 3, the root 3 doesn't change. It's just 16 root 3. You don't add up what's inside. Those don't add. They're just the same term, so they stay the same. Do you see that yet? I feel like you're forgetting like all the questions that we've done before this, and like every time we're starting a new question, it's like brand new again. Is that what it feels like to you? Is it like every time we start a new question that it's like a whole brand new topic? Okay. So the only thing that I'm gonna have to really caution you and tell you is that it's not new. It's all the same. Nothing has changed. The process is the exact same. Like the steps, everything, nothing has changed. It is all the same. Doing question F is the same as doing question A. It's just different numbers. I hope that makes sense, and like if you can get your head around the first one, then you can do all the rest of them because it's all the same. You just have maybe either a couple more terms or a little bit harder number to simplify, but nothing's any different. It's all the same. No, you wrote 14 plus 6 root, and then you wrote 16 root 6. It's supposed to be 16 root 3. You said 16 root 6. Either it was just a typo, or you kind of messed up a little bit, but that's what you wrote. You wrote 16 root 6. So this is 16 root 3. And then you have to do the terms with the 7. So what's the term with the 7? Yeah, we can do more. What's the last one there? Again, the 14, you're adding the 7s. You do not touch the 7s. The -4 is right. But then look again. You're just like it's kind of funny because I can literally write exactly the same thing over and over again, and then it's almost like you forget that we wrote it right next to it, you know? So, what is this supposed to be? Write it out for me. -4 root 7. Thank you. You got it. Okay. That's okay. I'm not gonna blame your teacher. I'm not gonna blame you. I'm just gonna blame the fact that things are new and people learn differently. Like, if I could write this in a different way that maybe would be easier to understand, I'd do it. But the only problem is there is nothing any different to this in any way, shape, or form. Like, even drawing shapes, I don't think would help you understand. I think that would just be confusing. Like, maybe, yeah, we'll do some practice here. Okay. Let me finish this, and then I'm gonna grab the book, and I'm gonna see if I can write down some questions for you. I'll be right there. Okay. Got the book. Gonna respond to a message, and let's see what we can write down. See if I can find any more complicated ones. Nope, I'm just gonna make some up. Okay. First off, what is the square root of 2 plus 2 root 2? What is this one? Start there. Yeah, let's get this bread. Nope. Start over. This is like a 1, remember? You have 1 root 2 plus 2 root 2, which is how many root 2's? Yeah, there's 3 of them. 3 root 2. Okay. That would actually help you to think about it. So if I say 7 root 3 plus 4 root 3 minus 2 root 27, what is this? So what would you do with this one? To also combining and reducing. Yeah, 9 times 3. No. I think I know what you're getting at, but you didn't use the right wording again. Two times what? Yeah, 2 times 3, root 3. We still have the 7 root 3 and the 4 root 3. So what does this one become? So remember, this square root is only dealing with pairs. Square root is pairs. So if there's 3, we still only take out 2 of them. Whatever is the pairs. 3 times 3 times 3. We're only taking out the 1 pair. Okay, good. So, what does this become? Yeah, minus 6 root 3. So now, combine the like terms. What are we left with? Great. Welcome back. We're just doing some practice ones while we were kind of waiting. Just trying to get the idea stuck. 5 root 3. You did it. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 minus 6 is 5. 5 root 3. Okay. I think we've done enough so that you should be able to go back and redo these problems if you need to. I mean, you've been doing this for hours, so I think we should like let you go. You know, so you can enjoy the rest of your time. You don't have to go, no. I just don't want to burn you out, because there is a thing with anything. If you do something for too long, you don't retain anything new. So it's always good to kind of like take breaks and redo. I think you should be able to work on these a little on your own. So I'll save these notes. I'll send them to you before we move on. And then I want you to like rework on them. And then you can send me messages and ask me again, right? Or in between if there's a lull or anything. Okay, bud? Okay, cool. Just give me half a second here. I'm just gonna save these notes and send them over. Yeah. Helps me out too, right? Viewership. I don't know how YouTube works though, when it comes to trying to increase viewership. Uh, 326. Yeah, searching up tutoring would not work out too well. That's a lot of work, right? It needs to be just like straight up recommended. I've been trying to make videos. I was actually gonna make videos this morning, but then I learned a bunch of stuff, so I wanted to implement in. So I changed all these scenes this morning. Okay. There it is. I'm blind. The background is a movie. I learned a little bit about making animated backgrounds in Photoshop. And so when I render it as a .mov. Okay, I just need a couple more seconds to finish saving these and send them over. So what do you got for me? Can you send some pictures? Actually, it was there. It's not like it's very short, and the optimization worked fine with it. So Like it's only like a 5-second clip that just restarts infinitely, so it doesn't take much. Okay, almost there. Okay, what do you got for me? You wanted to do... let's see, what was it? Difference of squares? No, wait. Completing the square. So what about completing the square do we need to kind of go through for you? Like what are you having troubles with? Actually, give me a second. I want to restart the stream. Yeah, I'm here. Okay, okay. So, what did you want to work on? Okay, I'm gonna restart. I'm gonna see if I can just a quick optimization. I'll be back in 30 seconds.